we do a few beans, we're going to do them just a little bit differently. We'll rake this area just lightly, just to get it ready. And I usually turn my rake just on the side, just to kind of make a little small furrow. And that's where we're going to put our beans. Now these are bush beans, and the variety is called Jade, and it's one of my favorite varieties. I've got my lovely assistant here to help this morning. Her name is Nami, and she's like the best garden helper when it comes to planting, because she's just curious and likes to get into everything. So those bush beans, we don't want to do them too close. Our bush beans look just like that. These have a little bit of a treatment on there to help them germinate a little bit better, and that fungicide will keep those beans from rotting in the soil if our soil gets too wet. But generally for the bush beans, we'll try and do about one seed every inch or so. You don't want them too close, but we don't want them too far apart either. It's not every single one of them is going to come up, but we should get good germination. Get a little extra down here. And then with the beans, there we go. Spread a few of those out. The beans, I don't like them too deep also. We really want them about, maybe a ½ an inch deep. So basically what I'll do is I'll just take the soil that I pushed aside with the rake and just slide it over the top of the beans. And with the beans, I definitely enjoy using a soaker hose for these. This is a lot easier than making a furrow and watering that way. So I'll just lay my soaker hose right over the top as we cover those up. Now the great thing about the tomato and vegetable food is not only can you put it into the soil before you plant, but you can put it in the soil after you plant. So it just depends on what works the best for you. But a lot of times I'll put it down right before I plant, and sometimes I forget, and you can put it on right on top afterwards. And you can just side dress your plants once they start growing, and once they start germinating and coming up, we can just sprinkle a tomato and vegetable food just right down the rows with the plants, and it will feed them. So we'll take the rest of our soil and just kind of work that over the top. And I'll take my soaker hose, lay it right down the row, and I'll water them probably just for right now, maybe once every 5 to 7 days. Keep them nice and moist. If it gets really warm and dry, I'll water a little bit more frequently, maybe every 3 or 4 days. Keep those beans nice and moist. Keep the carrots nice and moist. They'll germinate like crazy, come up, and you'll have a great harvest this fall. So when you're planting, be sure and use good seed. Prep your soil, a little bit of soil building compost, organic matter, and definitely use a good fertilizer to keep your plants growing and thriving and doing well. You'll have a great harvest this fall.